what would our role be in any potential military strikes on North Korea? Because, I mean, at one point, as you say yourself, this was possibly almost an academic subject. It is becoming increasingly a realistic notion. As people see those trials, those live fire trials going on, they'll be thinking, what happens if the call comes in from Donald Trump saying, we are intending to take some form of military action? Will we be involved?
Well, let me go back to what I said. All the evidence I have seen suggests to me that the military options are very far from good. Don't forget, Seoul, the capital of South Korea, is only about 40 minutes, as far as I can remember, from the border with North Korea. You can drive, been there, you can go up and you can look into North Korea, just north of that Korean capital. The risk of huge, hideous reprisals against South Korea as a result of any kind of attack on North Korea have got to be very, very severe. What we are working for in the UK government, what we are urging is cooperation between the US and particularly Beijing and all the regional powers to try to get North Korea to see sense. And today I'm actually going to the UN Security Council in New York to see what we can do at the UN to try to build the international consensus.
Forgive me, Mr. Johnson, if I may interrupt.
Of course.
One of your criticisms of Jeremy Corbyn is that he is meandering and nonsensical. I think I've quoted you correctly. And
yes.
I think what you just did was meander. The question was pretty straightforward. Would we be a part of military action against North Korea? And you gave me an answer you'd already given before about diplomacy and about pursuing that, which is what Jeremy Corbyn has said.
What I'm trying to tell you is that I think that military action against North Korea, in my honest opinion to you, is not a good idea and at the moment. And I certainly don't think it likely.
OK, in order that we don't repeat ourselves, can I just make this more plain, if I could?
Go on.
You are happy for Jeremy Corbyn to, if you like, be caught out by hypothetical questions about what he might do in the event of an attack. But you seem to be doing the same thing. You're prevaricating. What would we do? Donald Trump calls up and he says in
the US.
Let me give you a hypothetical, if I may. Donald Trump calls up in 3 days' time and says, I am intending to strike North Korea, whatever the strike may be in some level.
Well,
I would like us, the UK, to be involved. What is the answer?
The answer is that we think, as I've told you for now for the third time, if I may, that I don't think that is the right way forward. We don't think that a military strike is likely to be successful. We think the way forward is to have economic pressure of the kind that we think China is essential to applying. We're working with the Chinese to try and ratchet up the pressure. And in the meantime, it would be the height of folly, to get back to my earlier point, for us unilaterally to disarm and to get rid of our means of employing a nuclear deterrent against North Korea and indeed others who are seeking to arm them.
You didn't frankly have the balls to put country before party.